Hello everyone, welcome to webinar Nasional. The theme is Cyber Literature and are video games included in literature? My name is Pruedent Anyarindah and I'm the lecturer at University of Bangka Belitung and I will be serving as your moderator today. You'll be hearing a presentation from Mr. Muhammad Fardani Rizqullah and Mr. Muhammad Fathurrachmansyah on this very timely subject. But before we get started, I wanted to take a few minutes of your time. I would like to introduce you our speakers, Mr. Fardani Rizqullah. He was born on 7th of July 2001. He's undergraduate University of Bangka Belitung, and now he worked as a lecturer at University of Bangka Belitung. And the second speaker, his name, Mr. Fathurrachmansyah. He was born on 13th of December 1998. He is undergraduate University of Bangka Belitung, and now he works as the head of the language unit at the University of Bangka Belitung. Now, moving along to our session, please welcome Mr. Fardani and Mr. Fatur, who will be speaking to us on webinar Nasional Cyber Literature and Video Games are included in literature. For the next agenda is presentation session. For the first turn will be given by the first speaker. Please welcome Mr. Fardani. Time is yours.
Right, thank you, Anya. So today I will tell you guys about what is cyber literature. Cyber literature is a literary work that is done and published through the medium of the internet or information technology. Advances in internet technology allow the emergence of literary variant based on the medium, which is known as cyber literature. The spiritual work literature also breaks the long-held convention that literature is closer to conservatism. The early development of cyber literature or gave rise to polemic both among literary connoisseurs, literary worker, and literary observer. Apart from the pro and con, the facts have shown that a new literary genre has emerged. Cyber literature. This type of literature grown together with desire of people who have an interest in literature and have good access to technology, especially the internet. The emergence of concerns and rejection of cyber literature is actually more based on the conservative view that literature is a masterpiece. Literature is a work that has special content that is not arbitrary and is made with the intention of just being cheeky. This paradigm emerged when compared to the phenomenon of cyber literature. Cyber literature is more open and even tends to be vulgar. That is, anyone and from any background can create literature work as long as the person has access to technology. Cyber literature has advantage, especially on the issue of publication reach. When a literary work is uploaded via the internet, the literary work can be accessed by anyone from any part of the world. This wide range of which is what makes literary work full the birth of cyber literature. As a result, the literary work can be enjoyed by everyone in every corner who has an internet network. So maybe that's a little knowledge about the cyber literature. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay, back to you, moderator.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fardani. Next turn is for the second speaker, Mr. Fatur. Time is yours.
Thank you, Anya. So, first of all, it is actually still a debatable thing about whether video games considered as part of literature. In What is an Author by Michael Foucault, he notes that there are a certain number of discourses endowed with the author function. whilst others are deprived of it. Literature, of course, retains this outer function. The books we see on shelves across the world are a result of the work of editors, literary agents, marketing departments. But we regard the book as the work of a single author. J.K. Rowling is the one who ends up being most associated with the Harry Potter series, for example. Rowling, as focal rights, becomes characteristic of the mode of existence circulation. Video games, on the other hand, are shaped by plenty of people, from writers to graphic designers, programmers to composers. Therefore, whilst the author shapes the original concept for a literary work and trusts the publishing process for refinement, the game is developed from the beginning by an institution. So no single person is generally credited with the entire game, with the exception perhaps of some smaller indie titles, for example, Minecraft, the original Minecraft. Consequently, games overall do not seem to have the specific author function mentioned by Focal. So from paper to screen and author to designer, we go back to the question again. Can games be considered as a form of literature? Although they share some qualities, they seem distinct art forms. Instead of being a subset of literature, video games therefore stand as a unique art in their own right. So, yeah, it depends on the game.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fatur. And thank you for all the speakers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now that we are at the end of the webinar, in conclusion, finally, the choice of any medium for literary work should not cause a continuous polemic. Basically, every literary work has different audiences in almost every aspect. This is what everyone involved in or struggling within the world of literature needs to understand. Collaboration becomes something that seems unavoidable in the digital era like today, including marrying conventional literature with technology so that new literary variants appear like today's cyber literature. Thank you very much, Mr. Fardani and Mr. Fatur, for addressing this interesting topic. We would like to present you with this gift and thank you for joining us today. See you.